Welcome to a new market update in which Bitcoin is still chopping around while Metaverse coins, Crow and some other altcoins are doing really great. We're going to discuss Bitcoin and Ethereum in this update, of course, because it's the morning update. But before we're going to continue, do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like this YouTube update, check out my Twitter and Instagram. We've been reaching 500k followers on Twitter. So there is an announcement on my Instagram page that I've posted yesterday, which will be great during the month of December. Also today I'm going to write the second newsletter. It's a free one, which you can read all on my Twitter. You can subscribe to the newsletter there or with the link beneath, and myself and my team will be making the second one today. So when we're looking at the Bitcoin price action, I think it's still chopping around. I think we're still close to a conclusion of where the price is heading at this stage. I think it's a beautiful period where people are going to flip-flop their bias all the time, in which after every bounce people become bullish, after every drop people become bearish. And at this point we're just chopping around between two levels. While some altcoins are showing strength, while some other ones are showing weakness. Let's look at the dollar currency index, which is still showing strength. We might be getting to a short-term top, as I've discussed, but that top can still take a little bit of time before we can actually establish that resistance zone. We could still be having like 2 or 3 weeks more of consolidation here, or grinding upwards, through which it can be showing weakness for Bitcoin in itself. As what I've been saying over and over here is that the run up of the dollar will usually cause an inverse correlation with Bitcoin, and if you look at it in a historical manner, this has been taking place all the time, through which such a movement, or at least continued strength on the dollar, would assume that we're going to get more weakness on Bitcoin. And actually, when we're looking at Bitcoin at this point, we might be getting close towards a bottom, but I'm not too happy with some of the movements yet. Yes, if we are looking at the lower time frames, we have been sweeping the previous low here. We've also had a beautiful bounce upwards to almost 58k. After that, we've had a rejection, another run back up. Now we do see that we've got another bounce which gets rejected again, which has been happening in the past few days or the past week, in which every bounce gets rejected and the price slams south. So I'm not too sure with such a strong dollar that we're actually going to get some momentum upwards with Bitcoin at this point, in which I'm actually assuming that we're going to test the lower regions. As in this case, we are not having a real bullish divergence at this point yet. We are still waiting for clear confirmation of the support to be taking place, while we also have been rejecting the resistance. And the actual bullish manner is going to happen when we flip 60k. That is going to be a trigger, or at least one of the triggers, for bullish continuation. While on the other hand, if we do have a break south and we create a bullish divergence through bouncing in this region, there would also be a signal for at least a short-term rally towards 62 to 63, and most likely we are getting towards a short-term bottom in that case. But overall, if I look at the price action here, we are still making lower lows and lower highs. So after this lower high and the immediate rejection that we are seeing, we've had an immediate rejection, run up, rejection, another run up, rejection, price starts to drop once again. It seems more likely that we're going to get that test on lower regions than that we're going to have a breakout at this point. So when it comes to Bitcoin, I'm just waiting it out until we get clear confirmation of any of the two. Bullish diverges on the lower time frames, or on the lower regions here, through which we are bouncing in higher time frame support, indicating that we are done with the correction and that we're going to make another run up, or clearly breaking this trend, through which we're trying to break through 60k before we're going to have continuation taking place. That would also be a trigger for the markets. Ethereum against USDT, pretty much the same view, a little bit more strong, given the fact that the Bitcoin pair has been showing some serious strength lately here. Still, the crucial trigger is also the one around 4.5k. Yes, we are making higher highs, higher lows here, so that could be an assumption that we are actually back into an uptrend. But I'd prefer to have 4.5k being broken here when it comes to Ethereum against USDT. And I think it's also going to move alongside Bitcoin south if Bitcoin is going to make a test. And then we probably get another test of this support area. And then the question becomes whether we're going to have a break south, as then we're concluding that we're making lower highs once again. So it's ultimately still in a region where everything is just chopping around relatively heavy here. When it comes to Cardano, for instance, we are still seeing a heavy downtrend. Lower highs, lower lows, and we're actually assuming or getting close to the sweet spot, which is called the area around $1.50. I think we're going to have some more corrections taking place before we're going to get there. And that would be great. It would be granting ourselves massive opportunities because I'm assuming that Q1 is going to be big for the markets. Going to be a massive alt season, and Cardano is just correcting all the way towards the region that is going to be interesting. Ethereum against Bitcoin, I've covered this topic earlier. We've had a nice breakout. We're still in this bullish pennant or in an ascending triangle, whatever you want to call it, which time frame you're checking. The crucial part for Ethereum against Bitcoin would be whether we're going to hold above 0.07 for Bitcoin. If that is going to hold, I think we're going to have continuation here. If this one is not going to hold or provide support, we are seeing a fake out right now, and then we most likely are going to seek ourselves a higher low in the current markets before we're going to break out in Q1. So as a conclusion, Bitcoin is still correcting. Wait it out, wait for confirmation. I would not be surprised if we're getting some more downwards pressure as the trend is still south. Do not forget to subscribe beneath, like this YouTube update, check out my Instagram for the announcement, and also do not forget to enjoy this day. I'll see you again later. Have a wonderful one.